Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is the week 19, May the 9th through the 15th weekly wrap up. Okay, if you could see by the thumbnail, I had a pretty slumpy week. I don't know why. I just wasn't in the mood to read this week, I guess. I had every good intentions to read a whole bunch of books, but it didn't really happen that way. And as you can see, I am in a new location. Well, not really a new location, it's just in my room, what have you. But yeah, I can feel my eye starting to bother me again. And that's never good. I thought we were getting past that, but obviously we are not. So I am looking for some chapstick right now. Sorry. Ugh. And hoping I don't fall over. So yeah, I can feel my eye starting to deteriorate again, like back to the double vision and the strain and everything like that. Again, yesterday we went down to Battlefield and got this amazing shake because I wanted it. I saw them advertise it and I was like, I want this shake. Planned it out and everything like that. They announce their shakes like a week, usually on the Sunday before they have it, so then they'll only have it Monday through Saturday. And when they announced it, I was like, yes, totally going down there. We're making a trip especially to go down there and get this shake because it's strawberries. Strawberry, and I was here for it. Now, mind you, it's like an hour away from us, and on Saturdays, the kiddo usually has swim practice at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Well. Due to the whole Pandora's box and pandemic and everything like that, the schools have changed up the swim season. Well, all the seasons are all different, changed and stuff like that. Well, normally when the kids swim for the high school meets and things like that, we kind of get bumped, and we got bumped this weekend to a super early practice, which meant we had to be at practice, or the kiddo had to be at practice, which, you know, in turn meant we had to drive him there for 6:30 in the morning. And oh my goodness, that produced a early day and threw off our entire Battlefield trip schedule, right? So it takes us about an hour to drive down there. We'll usually drive down right after swim practice, which gets over at like 11:30 or so. So we would have hit, you know, the lunchtime phrase, right? Or lunchtime crowd and stuff like that. Well, being that they changed it to like a super early practice and we had to be at practice at 6:30, and then his practice didn't end until about 8:15, 8:30-ish. Yeah, we ended up getting down to Battlefield in like 45 minutes, maybe even less time than that, because we had to wait for the hobby shop that he wanted to go to open. We had to wait for freaking Cheddar's to open, where we went and had lunch. That was not planned by you, by the way. Then we had to wait for Battlefield to start serving ice cream, because they didn't start serving ice cream until 11 o'clock. So our day was all kinds of thrown off, but it was okay. Except for the fact that my eye was obviously strained yesterday, and we got back and I felt like I was completely drained and just could not deal. It was like, no. So slept in this morning and was like, okay, kind of rolled over and got out today's like music montage of all the reels for the YouTube channel, so to, you know, keep people interested, what have you, before I did the sneak peek. And then I was like, okay, I've got to get this video done. But oh, lo and behold, I start seeing double. So I'm like, this is horrible. Which now means I'm going to have to start setting up appointments again, which is going to be fun, because the doctors were like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, There's obviously something wrong with me. I'm having double vision and I can't see. It sucks so bad. But yeah, I also, not the Friday that just passed, because this Friday I got my nails done. Got a different color. It's super pretty. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Last month's was candy cane, and this month's is like Easter egg, and I'm just here for it. I'm so here for these like poppin' spring colors. I have no clue what I'm going to do for the summertime. That's going to be real interesting, because I don't know what colors are for summer, and things like that. And then there's like color combinations that I don't want to kind of repeat, and yeah, we'll see when we get there. But so back to this, like last Friday, not the Friday just passed, but the Friday before that, I got my first dose of the COVID vaccine, and I'm thinking that I am finally having side effects from it. I was like, no side effects, and now I have like my underarm hurts. I guess I have what they're calling COVID arm, and I feel like crap, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. And the thing that they thought was wrong with my eye in the beginning, is like an autoimmune disease. So on top of getting the COVID shot, I know it's not active COVID and stuff like that. But to have that, and then to have all this, like, I'm just like, is this, it's just like, it feels like it's bringing on the diagnosis for my eye quicker than, because it says that it would take, like, the thing that they thought it was says that it can take over 2 years. 2 years is like the least amount of time that it takes to get diagnosed with it, because you have to have this history and things like that, especially if the test that they can do comes back negative. To give a definitive answer, it's just like a building of history, medical history and stuff like that. I'm just like, 2 years. 2 years is a long time. 2 years is such a long time. But yeah. I also did a thing where I went and bought a Fitbit. I was a huge Fitbit and sort of fitness tracker die hard for a while, back in like 2010 until probably 2017 time frame. I don't know when my last Fitbit died on me, but I was cycling through them. I was like, yes, gotta have it, tracking all my food and stuff like that. So I went and got myself a new Fitbit so that I can start doing Turbo Fire again, which is probably going to be some footage that you guys see, because I own a treadmill. So I'm going to start working on my treadmill. I'm going to start doing my Turbo Fire. I'm going to start doing clippets and snippets and things like that over on TikTok for fitness. So hopefully, if my booktube or book talk video clips don't catch on, my fitness ones will. I don't know. I'm getting kind of mixed reviews on, where I kind of fit in, which niche I fit in over on TikTok. People seem to like my dance videos, like the energy of them, but at the same time, they do like the book stuff that I put out over there as well. So yeah, it's kind of like up in the air. I don't know. Do you guys have a TikTok? Are you like watchers of TikTok? Which is completely fine. I think that is the one platform that I will go ahead and do the whole follow me, follow back type thing with no qualms, because like not looking into, what people are putting out type thing. Whereas like Instagram, I actually like look into people that follow me. And if you're not posting things on Instagram, then I'm like, I don't know that I want to, just automatically follow back. And the same with booktube or YouTube content and stuff like that. People that subscribe to me, I don't automatically subscribe back to them, because there's a lot of people that have YouTube accounts and comment on YouTube and give likes on YouTube, that subscribe on YouTube, that don't put out content. And if you know anything about the YouTube algorithm, it kind of screws it up if you're just following a whole bunch of people, if you're not watching their content, and it kind of gets all kinds of sticky and icky, and ruins your algorithms and your view times and all kinds of stuff. It's just super crazy. Not to say that my view times over on YouTube is good anyways. But also a reminder, you guys, the book for the month that we're buddy reading is The Beach in Winter by Leslie Pike. I am going to be announcing it over on YouTube to see if we can get some more patrons, and the Zoom meeting is going to occur this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Here I will have the link for the Zoom meeting, so you guys can participate with me and we can talk about that book, along with, you know, just kind of hang out and chill for like an hour or whatever, or however long we decide to chat. If it's about that book, if it's just about life, then, you know, hey, I will be here. Hope you guys will join me, and hope you remember, set your reminder for it. That is one of your perks for being a patron, just so that we can have a little bit more contact and, you know, talk about some stuff, or, you know, talk about books, things like that. So yeah, there's that. So let's get into the books that I did read last week, which, like I said, I was pretty slumpy for. Finished off the book Shattered by Bella Emy. I placed this in young adult, new adult. Give it 3 stars. Give it 1.5 Steam fans. Read this as an arc. It's part of the Salvation Society books. And oh my gosh, you guys, I did not realize that this was going to be a new adult, young adult story, and I am thoroughly disappointed by it, unfortunately. So what we have is, we have Lexi and we have Kaylin. Their connection to the Salvation series is that we have Aaron and Kennedy, who is Catherine and Jackson's daughters. So Lexi is friends with Aaron and Kennedy. They're at one of their weddings, and then we do this huge flashback because Kaylin comes back into the sphere of Lexi, and they had something when they were kids, and now they're freaking, you know, young adults, new adult-ish, age-ish, getting into the world at this wedding in their 22, 23 or something like that. And yeah, so Kaylin, it's a super slow burn, which I am finally realizing that this batch of Salvation Society books that just came out last Sunday were all slow burn books, and y'all know how I feel about slow burn books. But this was very much a flashback. 50% of it was of them as high schoolers in their young adult age, age range, and then they flash forward to when they're back at the wedding in their 22s, 23s, and it was just like, your family doesn't think I'm good enough for you, and I went away because of this, and I went away because of that, and then I didn't talk to you, and it was just like, wow, okay, yeah, this is a different spin. So unfortunately, it wasn't a hit for me, unfortunately. Then I finished Gravity by K.L. Jessop, and I'm placing this one in Forbidden Romance. This is part of the Salvation Society as well. I am giving this one 4 stars. I'm giving it 2.5 Steam fans, and I read this as an arc. Like I said, it released part of the Salvation Society on last Sunday. And this one is a age gap romance. It has so many content warnings, so many. So let's get into those real quick. We have addiction, we have PTSD, we have death, we have health issues, we have abuse, and we have trauma. This is a brother's best friend trope going on here. We have Grayson, who is 37 years old. The connection is that he is the owner to Hot Tuna. And if you know the Salvation series, then you know that Hot Tuna is the Navy SEAL bar that all of the SEALs go to and hang out at, where they picked up women and things like that. It's called Hot Tuna. And now we have the owner of it. Well, this owner happens to be and lives next door to a Navy SEAL. His name is, what is his name? What is the brother's name? I can't remember the brother's name. He's Asher is the brother's name, and he actually works with Mark And I think Mark is the only one that really kind of makes an appearance and is the connection here, besides the fact that it's Hot Tuna, the bar that they are in. Oh, and McKenna, who is Mark and Charlie's daughter. So yeah, we have them, and then we have Nora, who is 22 years old, and Asher's sister. Asher was super protective when Nora was little, and when Nora's father, who is a former SEAL as well, has some health issues, she decides to come home after she finished college, and yeah, Grayson lives next door. There's lots of trauma that I don't really want to get into, but there's trauma on both sides. Grayson has trauma that he's dealing with from addiction and abuse in his childhood, as well as Nora's dealing with the health issues of her family and dealing with her brother and PTSD issues. Alcohol runs in both families, and is a big topic within the story. And for me, it would have hit a little differently, or a little better had it been shorter. It just seemed like there was a lot of, since there were so many content warnings, they were all kind of just like in there. It was like, here's another content warning for you. Here's another one, and here's another one, and here's another one. So in that way, it didn't really feel concentrated and streamlined, but I did enjoy the story overall. I liked the age gap. Even though it's like a 15-year age gap, I think it is, it didn't really feel like a 15-year age gap. I thought the father was super sweet, mom was super sweet, but had they kind of taken out, it felt like Asher's story, the brother story, was just kind of thrown in there as an extra, and it didn't seem like it fit. So I think if we had concentrated on Grayson and Nora's story more than adding that secondary piece of Asher's story on top of everything else that was going on, I think I would have enjoyed it a little bit better. And the final book that I finished last week was Serving Sin by Angelina M. Lopez. I am placing this in romantic suspense, and this is the third book in the Filthy Rich series that Angelina started with Lush Money and Hate Crush. I think those are the two books. Yes. Oh, so Angelina M. Lopez. I don't know why I want to call her Jolie. Probably because of Angelina Jolie, but Angelina M. Lopez got on my radar because of the Brown Nipple Challenge, and I was super excited to get this arc and be approved for it. I am super excited that I got to read it. I do think that I will enjoy it more. I forgot to tell you how many stars and stuff like that I gave for it once it comes out on audiobook. So I am giving this book 4 stars. I am giving it 3 Steam fans. I had it as an arc. It has not been released yet. It comes out in the next couple days, I believe, if not a week. I will add the release date, if I can find it, down here on the bottom. And so this story follows the security guard slash unknown prince sort of, situation going on. If you've read the other 2 books in the series, you know who we're talking about, and that is Ronan, and he also has a special forces background. He runs the security for the royals now. He's the long lost brother, so he has a part in this Spanish kingdom, and he goes to protect the girl that he rescued a while ago. So it has a little bit of a forbidden romance aspect to it as well, because there is a bit of an age gap in it. Zenobia, she is this badass Mexican sort of, I don't want to say princess, but she's a badass CEO of a Mexican industry, and she's getting ready to launch this new thing that, of course, there's pushback from, and her father wants to keep it in the family, but since her kidnapping, there are a lot of things that she has to unpack. There are some content warnings for white collar crimes and discussion of the things that the trauma she had when she was kidnapped. I really enjoy it. But like I think I was about to say is that I'm hoping when it comes out on audiobook to listen to it again, because there are a lot of there's a lot of Spanish that is input into this novel, and me not speaking Spanish, I'm probably saying the words incorrectly. Angelina does an amazing job at translating it and giving us the context of what's being said, but I think it would just be easier for me to read if it was an audiobook, so that I'd have someone reading it to me and I could really just kind of immerse myself into the story again. And I'll probably end up giving it more stars than I already am. Like I said, 4 stars, 3 Steam fans. It's so steamy. I love the two of them together because they're really pushing and pulling back and forth, and kind of, it's a bit of a slow burn as well. So it kind of like is like, I want you, but I shouldn't want you because I'm your security person, and you have some leaks here and there, and I don't know what to do with myself, and do I, you know, cross those ethical lines of security? And yeah, yes, so many yeses. I'm excited for it. I'm completely honored that I got to read it in advance, and I can't wait to reread it when it does come out on audiobook. So what am I currently reading? Like I said, I will be reading The Beach in Winter by Leslie Pike, which is our buddy read, and looking forward to discussing it with you guys. Like I said, on Friday, May the 21st at 8 p.m. EST, I will do a link post for that so that you guys can join me. And I am still reading Jackson by LaQuette. This is another security guard, security situation, and a lot of history, a lot of Black history. I'm really enjoying that aspect. I am not one that usually likes Black history within my contemporary romances, but this one's giving it to me. It is definitely giving me some Beverly Jenkins vibes, and I am here for it. LaQuette put her foot into it. It's like she studied under the hand of the queen, and she's doing the thing, and I am here for it. I'm loving the story so far. I will also be reading Collision by Kristen Granata and Twisted Love by Anna Haung. So that is what I read last week. This is what I'm reading this week. Let me know in our conversations if you're going to be joining me. I hope you do. What are you looking forward to me reading? And I think that's it. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Remember, subscribe to the channel over on YouTube. But you guys are getting more content here and more thoughts and feelings. And I thank you for that patronage. I will see you guys in another video.